Good morning, everyone. Welcome
Good
to
morning.
the Center for Spiritual Living in the heart of Las Cruces. I'm Sarah, and this is Doug. And yeah, we're going to end this year with some good stuff today. Welcome to everyone. I invite you to stand if that's comfortable. Yeah, we will sing.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. I am that I am. Oh, I am that I We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Yes, we are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest we reap. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. Could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living here in the heart of Las Cruces, where our vision is a world in loving partnership for the good of all. I want to welcome anyone visiting today for the first time. Welcome to everybody on Zoom, anyone watching later. And if you are visiting, hopefully you got a visitor packet when you came in. If not, they're on the table back there. And there is a gift certificate to the bookstore in there. If you fill out the little form on the front and give us your email, we can get you the newsletter that everybody in this room reads every week. I know they do. Because that newsletter lets everyone know what's going on around here. And this week, we will be joining others around the world for the UN Prayer and Meditation for Peace that's at 5 a.m. on December 31st, New Year's Eve day. We'll be meeting in here. We've invited people from other faiths, so it'll be a nice interfaith experience this time. And then on the first, after we're done, we usually go to the Village Inn for breakfast. So if you want to join us, you can go to the Village Inn after for breakfast as well. And then next Sunday, the first Sunday in January, we'll be doing our burning bowl ceremony. And then after the service, I'll be leading a guided visioning for people to vision their 2025 as we move into the new year. We also are looking at some wonderful speakers that are coming back around and events. As we move into the new year, January 16th on Thursday afternoons from 1:30 to 3, Lori McComber will be teaching an introductory class on Buddhism for 5 consecutive Thursdays. And this is for a voluntary love offering only, so sign up if you're interested. There's a sign-up sheet out on the table in the social hall. And January 19th will be our potluck and town hall meeting. And because we moved the board meeting off, we're actually having our board meeting after the town hall, but we will still have things to report to you during the town hall meeting. But following that, if you want to stick around for the board meeting, you can as well. In February, Brian Lotman will lead a Sunday celebration followed by Awakening Higher States of Consciousness meditation. After the service, Celia is bringing her music and message on a Sunday along with sound healing experience after the service. And at the end of March, Armand and Angeline will be back with their new music for a magical musical comedy concert Saturday night, and then they'll do the service on Sunday. So save those dates. It's going to be a fun spring. Would you please now welcome to the platform our platform assistant, Beth.
Hi, everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Beth, and I'm the platform assistant today. We believe in a power of prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. Please fill out, if you have a prayer request, please fill out, there's a prayer request in the back of your seats if you want to fill out one. And put it in either in the box in the back or in the offering plate. Thank you, the offering plate when it goes by. Or you can use the prayer button on our website. Our prayer team, made up of practitioners and ministers from the 4 local New Thought communities, meet on Tuesday afternoons and pray with you in regards to your request. In addition, you should have, if you have something that you would like a quick prayer treatment for after the services, the practitioners who are wearing stoles, which is myself and Bob and Judy, will be around the room to provide the service for you. And please feel free to fill out a gratitude if your prayers have been answered. It's now time for song, silence, and prayer.
All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. I am walking through the green pastures, I know that I'm not alone. Song of a meadowlark sings to my soul, tenderly calling me home, and she's singing, all shall be well.
all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. I am walking beside the still waters, fresh as the breeze at dawn. The voice of my ancestors whispering, giving me the strength to carry on. And they're singing, all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well.
Spirit, Mother, Father God, all of our oneness complete. We are here present now in complete oneness, completely divine. I'm so grateful for today, for the wonderful people in this room and around our town and the state and our world. Thank you for bringing us all together this morning to hear the wonderful words and the wisdom that we will hear. And so it is. And this is today's reading that Judy chose. And it's from Thomas Troward, articles published as The Hidden Power, from the chapter Yourself. I want to talk to you about the livingness there is in being yourself. It has at least the merit of simplicity, for it must surely be easier to be oneself than to be something or somebody else. That makes sense to me. Yet that is what so many are constantly trying to do. The self that is their own is not good enough for them, and so they are always trying to go one better than what God has made them, with endless strain and struggle as the consequence. Of course, they are right to put before them an ideal infinitely grander than anything they have yet attained. The only possible way of progress is by following an ideal that is always a stage ahead of us. But the mistake is that not seeing that its attainment is a matter of growth, and that growth must be the expansion of something that already exists in us, and therefore implies our being what we are and where we are at as its starting point. This growth is a continuous process, and we cannot do next month's growth without first doing this month's. But we are always wanting to jump into some ideal of the future, not seeing that we can reach it only by steadily going on from where we are now. Very powerful words. Thank you.
Well, great, because the song I'm doing is called "The Power of Now." Judy asked me to do a song that had something to do with trust, and this is the one that came to mind. I know I spend a lot of my mental time trying to make the future not as crazy as the past has been. So there's something about the now moment that's requires some trust. This is by Faith Rivera.
power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows so gracefully. The power of now, it's always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now, it's ever flowing, connecting us all to the one. The power of now unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. Power of now. The power of now.
Thank you, Sarah. That was beautiful. Well, Judy picked a good topic for today, it sounds like. Judy Hunt, our speaker today, is a practitioner who serves us here at the center, and she's been in New Thought since the 80s, but started to really focus in after she retired. She took classes with me at Wellspring way back when, it seems like a long time ago now, and then followed me here to CSL and became a practitioner 3.5 years ago, largely through her love of learning more and deepening her understanding of the practical application of the principles. Now she teaches classes, leads very popular book studies, has a nurturing personal practice, and enjoys how her life is expanding with ease and love. She will tell you she's delighted she found her calling in her 70s. Please welcome Judy Hunt.
it's a bit of a shuffle because we have to organize it so I can sit down and be comfortable, which is how I like it. Well, thank you for being here. I am honored by each one of you. I am so grateful. There's my critic, so I'm glad he's here. Got to keep me on my toes. It's such an interesting, and I wanted to greet all my loved ones on Zoom and the YouTubers who'll be coming in later. Thank you for your support and love. It is such an interesting process writing one of these. You really all ought to try it. So I write in my journal, and then I type it, and then I come to it Sunday morning, and it feels like a girdle. That the typed thing feels like that isn't gonna, I mean, if you read it, maybe, but as a talk, it doesn't. So we're starting all from scratch. The ideas are in here, so that's good. I'll stay on target, I imagine, but it's anybody's guess. And this is what we call trust. And so here I was, feeling like, oh my, you know this, and you have it, but how's it gonna come out? And I open up my texts, and the message for the 365 days of Ernest Holmes, and if you're not getting that in your texts, I really recommend it. It has a beautiful photograph, but the message is really wonderful. And the message today is, the unerring judgment of divine intelligence directs my way. Okay. It must be all right, right? It's going to flow the way it does. Thank you. And look how you're trusting. You're trusting I'm going to make sense. You're trusting I'm going to deliver something that's functional to you. By the way, is it all hearing, everybody landing? Good. So, what fun. Who knows? One thing I do as I prepare for a talk is I look back at the last couple, because this is my fourth this year. Thank you. I'm that proud of me too. I really, really am. I did not see this coming. I love it. And I noticed, I was in my hot tub, and I know this stuff it's just flowing in there like, I told Doug this morning, I am brimming. So I'm in the hot tub, and it occurred to me, in the old days, the old me, I would have been afraid to look back at that performance, that talk I gave, because I would have been all full of, criticism, and that wasn't right. Look at your hair, and all that. And I look back now, and I look at that, and I say, well, that was good. I am so proud of me. That is a huge advance. And it's because this stuff that I read and we talk about in book studies and all the 100,000 classes I've taken, I put it right into my walk. I'm working this stuff, and I believe you're looking at living proof of how it works, because I am happy and peaceful. I'm comfortable up here with you to talk about something that's kind of out there, and I'm cool with whatever lands with you and whatever doesn't. It's all yours. You get to have your experience, just like I get to have mine. And I gotta say, I am loving my experience. So we're gonna start with something really fun. Let's relax, okay? We're going to, let's pretend you're gonna go, yeah, Mike knows. He's going right into meditation mode. I know the look. So we'll relax as though we're going into a meditation. So breathe and relax. Yep, uncross your legs, maybe move your body, whatever it takes. I close my eyes because it shuts out all the other intrusions or that might. So relax and breathe and notice that breathing. And then notice, take a look at those thoughts that are running through, because the mind loves to talk. So we relax. Well, right there, there's a good start. I mean, how can we go wrong from here? So come back to me. And now we'll look at who it was that was noticing the thoughts as you relaxed. Was there someone in there saying, oh, my knee doesn't feel right. Oh, I think my neck's tight. I don't think I relax as good as I used to. Any of that stuff going through, little judgments, little conversation? I get a yes. Thank you, Sergio. I'm expecting you to be reacting. So if there's a hallelujah in this for you, I'd love to hear it. So feel free. This is our game we're playing today. We're trusting. So there you're noticing, you're aware of that witness. And that witness is a key part of my talk. And I think about how to get through life with less suffering. This witness, you could read, if you want to read great stuff about it, I'm going to be referencing Michael Singer a lot because he wrote The Untethered Soul and Living Untethered. In those two books, he really covers witness really thoroughly, so you can get the idea. But you know that you have this noticer of what's going on. And it can be such a useful place to live from, useful and peaceful. So, given we have that in, I wonder what else there is for us. And in my last talk, I talked about the red carpet experience, and there's a slippery slope to that concept, to that label, because it sounds as though everything in life is happening like I want it to. It's not. And that's not the way to find happiness, is by expecting everything to be the way you want, because I think we're all old enough to know that that's not how life works. A lot of stuff comes up that is not what we would choose or that we prefer. So this witness, this place of witness, I'm using that now instead of red carpet, because red carpet leads me to expect too much, and I want to be with what is. I loved what Peggy Shin said a couple weeks ago. She said, because I also notice every time I sit down to do a talk, we're all saying, all of us speakers, all of the books, all of the stuff I get, everything is about the same topic. So, and Peggy said, love what is, accept what is. Try to understand it's all for your good and no one's misbehaving. I love that last part, makes me giggle, because how often are we looking out at the world and saying, what? You're doing that? And are we feeding anybody then? Certainly not us, and certainly not whoever that poor soul is. So I loved that. So we've got the witness concept. And instead of the red carpet, that's a neutral, open place to be, where you're ready to accept everything that is and to be in harmony with what is, instead of being in our heads saying, This isn't what I wanted. This isn't how I thought it would look. They shouldn't be saying things like that. All the stuff that goes on. So we're going to talk about the beauty of using the witness in situations. And a while ago, I was at an event with neighborhoods. So these are kind of acquaintances, not people I know very well. But of course, I want to show up and look good, right? I mean, you know, that got that. And so we're sitting around, and I want to share my experience with having bob kittens in my backyard, which I think is magical and awesome, and it's something I treasure. And these people are my neighbors, and perhaps they've had bob kittens in their backyard. So I thought it was a great, appropriate story to tell. And I'm starting into this treasured story, and the hostess comes over my shoulder and interjects an entire new topic. And it's happened, right? This, you know, this, you know, people are people, and life is life. So I'm sitting there, oh my God, it went all over me. And fortunately, I was in a book study on the untethered soul at this moment. Thank God. Because instantly, it touched such a big button in my pain body, if we're going to use Eckhart Tolle's phrase. And I am filled with, no one ever listens to me. I haven't even started talking, but that's where I go. I'm never heard. I don't matter. I'm not worthy. Oh my God. It was a load. And all the person did was say something. And I'm off and running. And in my reaction is, I'm going to shut down right here. I'm going to leave as soon as I can. And I never want to see this one again. It's a huge reaction. But I'm in the Michael Singer conversation, and I have the presence of mind. And we'll get to this, but so there's a way. So at first, I'm leaning in, right? I'm leaning in to all that racket. Oh, this is terrible. And it's like I was 5 and they've been doing it to me for 65 years since, right? It's all that baggage right there. And I'm leaning in and I'm hearing it all. And then I take a breath and I lean back into witness. And witness, there I am looking at, holy cow, where did all that crap come from? I mean, like, whoa. Nothing that she did or said has anything to do with this load of stuff that is now running through my system. And Michael tells us, if you can lean back out of that, I picture it, you know, you lean forward and you're just in the, and you can lean back and relax and have some space around you. Space to see. There was no intentional bang on my head, which is how it landed. There's nothing going on here, nothing to see, folks, really. And so I back up and I breathe, and I'm stopping hating her. It's gone, and the emotions have just left the way they will if you don't hang on to them. And then she pops back away, and I look at the 2 people who were going to be my audience previously, and I proceeded to tell them my treasured bob kitten story. And at the end of this gathering, for one thing, I was able to stay and enjoy the gathering. And not only that, this woman, who I was ready to write off forever, she, at the end of this, she showed me such compassion and generosity. It gives me goosebumps. And I know, if I would have stayed in that pile of crud, that was going through my head, I would have never experienced the love she showed me. I wouldn't have been there for that. And that's, if we're in the witness, the love is available. Our brain, in order to think of what to do next, is available. All of our bestness is available in that space of witness. It's certainly not a hard technique. You relax and just kind of step back. Then I was preparing for this talk and I'm driving along the road, and I have so many spiritual people around me that will say, I was just at the center, I was feeling so great, and then this guy just pulled out in front of me and it went all down the toilet. And so I think you can relate. We're in, we're out, we're in, we're out. This is life. This is just how it is. Because we don't control all that. We don't control the traffic. We don't control the weather. We don't control much of anything except who are we in the moment. So this person's now, I'm coming from a book study. I'm high as a kite on all the wonderfulness of my Trord group and my spiritual economics group. I get so much love and grace from being a part of that. So I'm awesome. We could call it red carpet, but the carpet is interrupted. This person is driving slowly. Okay. Oh my God. Like that's a big deal, but it lands like, why aren't they being more considerate of me? And I thought, really? So I leaned back and I saw how tiny it was. And I saw the old upset that was just ready to boil over, and that I didn't need any of that. And that it didn't need to be mine anymore. And now, when I feel it bubbling out, and I'm there to observe it, just observe, not attach. When I feel that, I know that it is leaving my heart forever. And I'll tell you another thing, and you may not believe this, but I've had 3 consistent experiences of this. I'm driving along. I guess I have a pretty ongoing complaint about people not driving quite fast enough for me. This is the world I inhabit. And so now I'm leaning back and I'm saying, okay, this is how we're driving, and I slow down, and so I have the number of cars I like in front of me so I can see. And 3 times out of 3, they have speeded up. When I swear, I think the truth is, if we stop resisting, life doesn't have to show us that thorn anymore. Life doesn't have to say, Jude, you know how you react when people go slow? Here, have some. It doesn't have to do it. It's like, oh, we're driving now. Relax. It's the universe is for us. And so those are my good examples. Interestingly, and I don't know where we are in this, but we'll see how it all comes out. So I watched, Oprah has that show on her channel, Super Soul Sundays. And I had this with her and Michael Singer, an interview. I'd had it in my recording queue for years, and finally looked at it recently. And so I'm looking at my little small experiences of using my witness and being more present. And Oprah's talking about the stresses and challenges of launching her own network and channel, which I can't even imagine what that's like. And then Michael Singer shares that he has just been through a 6-year legal situation where he was indicted by the United States federal government for fraud. He was the CEO of this company, so it all lands on him. Can you imagine? For one thing, you're having to talk to lawyers all the time, which is, I think, something we should all try not to do when they're in their lawyer state. And there are fine humans, and I don't mean to say that, but imagine the pressure and the stress. And so I'll get to that part. It's so fun. I think I might need my glasses. We'll see. Besides, I'm told that my glasses sparkle beautifully up here, so I've got to give you some of it. There we go. So, thank you. Wow, I don't think I've ever had that much reaction. Love it. So Michael said about this, how he reacted to this immense pressure and unfairness and unjustness, which I think all of us probably have a button for, frankly. And he reacted with, my God, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to let go of anything that is left of me. So the choice was, he says, am I going to use this situation to complain and carry on about how unfair it all is? Or am I going to let the situation, let life reach into the bottom of my heart and pull out whatever is left of my self-concept, my scared self? And he wrote the best-selling book, Untethered Soul, during this 6 years. So, wow. But the beauty is, we don't have to go through enormous trauma, or I used to call it, the spiritual 2x4, where life comes up and really whacks you. We don't need those. We can do the tiny things, like the person in traffic and that woman leaning over and taking the conversation for a minute. None of that's fatal. And so that he could do this. Oh, and then I loved when Reverend Bonnie recently spoke, and she quoted from a series she's watching on TV. And so I'm watching Dune Prophecy because I'm a sci-fi person and I love the Dune universe. And I thought, and I'm immersed in this talk, and here this woman says, sometimes misfortunes are the sails that take us to the shores we are meant to be on. And if that doesn't define trust, I don't know what does. And so let me see where, oh, good, look, haha. And then here's a quote. No, there was one other one I wanted before that one. That's a good one. In the Michael Singer interview with Oprah. The heart, oh, I love this. The heart doesn't want to store that stuff anymore. So it is pushing it up to your awareness to try to get rid of it. And when you react by leaning in and reliving the wrongness of it, you're pushing it back into the heart instead of letting it go. And I think of that tender organ, and of course it's a muscle and it's mighty, but I still think of it as a tender organ. And like if it were a little child, would I want to shove crap down back to my beautiful little child? No, I'd want to relax and let it go. That's what I'd want. So I can treat me that well. Then he says, appreciate life as your teacher. So that means every part of it, every single part. And your seat of awareness will now be centered more on your seat of consciousness instead of the issues that keep pulling you out. And you will start to feel a spirit or power behind you. And we all know what that is. We all know what that feels like. And that takes trust to relax back and know the Spirit has you back. And that if spirit or power behind you that you've been leaning back into that will support you, strengthen you, and feed you, and the stuff will just flow away. There's a joy so strong to be found in this presence that nothing will ever pull you out again. Such a beautiful promise. Then a quote from The Untethered Soul. This is your journey out. True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. Enlightenment is a very special thing, but in truth, one should not focus on it. Focus instead on the walls of your own making that are blocking the light. Of what purpose is it to build walls that block the light and then strive for enlightenment? You can get out simply by letting everyday life take down the walls you hold around yourself. You simply don't participate in supporting, maintaining, and defending your fortress. And one more awesome quote to end the talk. This is from Walt Whitman, the poet of old days. I don't feel like I understand poetry very well, so it's always powerful for me if something actually makes sense. And this just really rang for me. Oh, while I live, to be the ruler of life, not a slave, to meet life as a powerful conqueror, and nothing exterior to me shall ever take command of me. That's like Michael Singer talking, 200 years ago was Walt Whitman? So, isn't that wonderful? I hope you've had as much fun as I have getting into this. And I have a little assignment. I look forward to hearing from you the ways you've leaned back, the times you've leaned back, and you show me in your life the peace and the space and the ability to respond consciously that gives you. So I want to hear it. I want to hear it from every face I see, okay? You have an assignment. And I wanted to really plug next week's service because I love the Burning Bowl process. This year, I feel like I have a little less to let go of, which is wonderful, and I'm going to be focusing on taking in trust and living trust. But I also wanted to plug the meditation we're going to do after, which is the visioning. It's really beautiful meditation interrupted by images that Spirit sends you. So talk about a good time. So I just wanted you to think about that. It's a wonderful way to start your new year. So thank you very much. So let us pray. Spirit, thank you. Thank you for the life you've given us, the life that is just exactly tailored to us to bring out all that stuff we took on maybe when we were little. It's there to allow that to release so that we can walk in peace and harmony with you. And that, like, when there is love available, we will know it. We won't be in our head arguing about something else. We will be there for the love. And the gratitude naturally flows, and the joy naturally flows. It's a beautiful system you've worked out. And I'm praying that all of us agree to play this new way and enjoy the life that we have in this beautiful container we've been given, and staying aware and trusting the Spirit in us. I'm so grateful for this opportunity and for these wonderful people. all around the country because I have friends joining in. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. And so it is. Oh, again.
Technology. All right. We're going to do a song called I Stand in Awe. I think that's the name of it. I just wanted to say before we start that thank you for a wonderful year. You know, I just treasure you guys. You're so precious to me. So thank you.
This is a song that I hope allows you to look beyond yourself as being divine and seeing the divine in the person next to you and every person in this room. You are beautiful beyond description, too marvelous for words, too wonderful for comprehension, like nothing ever seen or heard. Who could grasp your infinite wisdom? Who could fathom the depth of your love? You are beautiful beyond description, majesty enthroned in love. And I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. Only God in you, all praises due. I stand in awe of you. You are beautiful beyond description,
Too marvelous for words,
too wonderful for comprehension,
like nothing ever seen or heard.
Who could grasp your infinite wisdom?
Who can fathom the depths of your love?
You are beautiful beyond description,
Majesty enthroned in love.
and I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. Only God in you, all praises due. I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. Holy God in you, all praises due. I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you.
You're bound to make me cry today, one way or the other. Okay, hold on, Doug, Sarah, look out. You guys give them the applause again. Take it in, because we stand in awe of you as well. You've stepped up. I thought about that earlier. You stepped up, you've taken on the music, you've given us beautiful music for a couple years now, almost 3. We are so grateful. Thank you. I always notice Doug just runs right off when he's done singing. And it's beautiful. What a gorgeous song. What a beautiful way to wrap up this year and the message to all of us. Yes, I've got... the song they picked at the beginning is one that usually makes me cry. I made it through that one. I didn't make it through this most recent one. Thank you all for being here, for being a part of this year. And as we move into 2025 together, I trust that we're here for each other. We continue to walk in the love and peace that we want to see in the world. And at this time, we consider giving back to the center, and we're just so grateful because we have made it through a prosperous year, and we continue to prosper and grow, and that's what we need to see. And so I thank you all for your part in that. That includes blessing the plate. Just bless whatever goes by, because as we bless it, we know it continues to grow. And so this last Sunday of the month is still going to El Caldito Soup Kitchen, who has given people in our community that are in need of food special meals over the holidays. So we're grateful for that and all that they do, and they're continually doing so with the help of volunteers and community donations. So they're grateful to us, and we're grateful to them in the service that they do. So let's say our blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, in me. And we'll sing our song.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. We are so blessed. And so thinking about all the blessings that we've experienced this month and in this year, we just give thanks for all that has flowed in and through the center and the way we've been able to bless others in our community because of that. So in gratitude, we release and just know that we continue to do this beautiful work as we move into the new year. And so it is. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to sing Go Out and Shine. If you
Go
wanna
out and shine.
you
A
wanna
beautiful
stand?
way to move out of the new year into the new year.
Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk, join the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride. Let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. One voice, one hand, one heart. Wanna change, make a start. We're one big family. What's good for you is good for me. Come on in. Go
wedding yesterday left us some taco making, so we're going to put that out if you'd like to stick around and have tacos. And the practitioners are at your service for prayer. Have a wonderful week.